అంత పారిపోయారు ఏంటి?
కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ దండవత్ ప్రణాం.
పారిపోయినట్టున్నారు అందరు.
లేదు ప్రభుజీ, నిన్న కొంచెం లేట్ అయిందేమో కదా, అంటే 5 minutes లేట్ గా మొదలైంది కదా నిన్న, అందువల్లనేమో అనుకుంటున్నాను.
భయపడిపోయి పారిపోయి ఉంటారేమో అనుకుంటా.
లేదు ప్రభుజీ, ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ గానే ఉంది. ఇదో జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు.
ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ ఉందని మీరు చెబుతారు ఏదో మొహమాటానికి, నా మొహమాటానికి. ఏదో మీరు మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు. सिद्ध स्वरूप कौन है? हमारा आईबीएम का सिद्ध स्वरूप है और कोई है? कोई सिद्ध स्वरूप? कोई दिस सिद्ध स्वरूप? तिरुमल दास, is it Tirumala?
Yes, Prabhu.
अच्छा, show your transcendental face to all of us. ओ अच्छा, सिद्ध स्वरूप क्यों रखा नाम? Why did you keep सिद्ध स्वरूप? हाँ, you can change it.
This is my
You
name.
want? हाँ. Where you are? You are with Siddha Swarup?
I don't know.
Huh?
It just came. I will try. I don't know how this name came.
मैं चेंज किया. तिरुमला गोविंद ना एक्चुअली. तिरुमला गोविंद. Okay, let's start. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So everyone please switch on your, put on your cameras. Only we have any, how many? 6, 8 students. 7. Sundar Nimai Prabhu, Gokulanand Prabhu, Tirumal Govind Prabhu, Gauri Mataji, Gauri, Jasti.
Prabhu, I will put my camera in 20-25 minutes because I
Okay.
have some inconvenience. So I will turn it on later. Thank you.
So, Ankit Prabhu, what you understood from yesterday's class?
Prabhuji, so in basically in the last few classes, I understood for any particular sutra, we have to have 5 things. And the very first thing is the Vishay, that is the thesis, like Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Then there is an opposition party, that is Sanshay. Like in yesterday's class, I could understand that the Karma Yogis, they can say that why do you need to understand the absolute truth when karma is everything? Like we have a saying, karma is puja. And then to support that Sanshay, there is Purva Paksha. So they give many arguments around it, that why Athato Brahma Jigyasa is not needed. Then to counteract that, we have Siddhanta Paksha or Uttar Paksha, stating that no, there is absolute is Brahma Chit, Sat Chit Anand, then it's Anand, you get Anand out of pleasure out of it. So that is why karma is not everything, there is more to that. And then finally, there is Nirnay. So this is what I could understand right now.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. So Gauri Mataji, explain Athato Brahma Jignasa. Basic meaning of this. Hare Krishna. Athato Brahma Jignasa Sutra. Meaning of this sutra, explain. First break the words and after that explain it. Are you there? Sudarshan Nimai Prabhu. First of all, please put on your cameras, all of you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Explain Athato Brahma Jignasa. What you understood? What is the meaning of this?
After getting the association of sadhus,
Atha means what? First of all, explain the basic meaning. Word meaning. Word to word meaning.
Atha means after.
Atha means after. Anantaram, yes.
And Atha means the cause. Therefore.
Therefore, yes. Brahma Jignasa.
We should inquire about the Brahman.
Yes. Brahman, yes. Okay, so now give the meaning of this. Can you give? Can you elaborate this? So thereafter, therefore, so one should inquire Brahman. So what is this? This sentence is not looking fully. That means, so you have to fill in the blanks. After what? Therefore you are saying. So what are the reasons?
After the association of devotee.
Who should associate? So who is associating?
The Karmi.
Who is there? Who is beside to you actually? There is one more devotee is there.
Actually, I am not fluent in English. That's why I didn't speak.
Who is that one more devotee? Who is that? He is answering. Come in front of the camera, no problem. You don't need to pay extra money. You can be in the front of camera, no problem. You should learn. Who is that? Your friend? Okay, no, many people also can attend, no problem. It's not a problem. Good.
We are 3 here.
Yes. I'm okay. 3 or 4. Our whole temple also if attends, no problem. Okay. So what you understood, Prabhu? So left side to you, right side to you. So he is answering actually. So explain that. Give mic to him. So Atha Brahma Jignasa. So you fill it that. Explain the meaning of sutra completely.
You can explain. You can explain. Please.
You are all from Bangladesh?
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Good. From which temple? Dhaka?
Yes, so
Huh?
I'm from Dhaka.
Achha, achha.
Dhaka.
Remaining?
We all are from Dhaka temple.
Achha, okay. So Kiran Mataji, explain.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanavad.
Yes. Dhanwad.
Please don't mind. I'll be listening to your class when I have congregation in my house also. So please don't mind. For Ataha, Ataha Brahma Jigyasa. Atha means after. And then Ataha means therefore. And Brahma Jigyasa means inquiry into Brahman.
Yeah.
That's a direct meaning. Then after associating with Tattvavits, then they will ascertain that doing karma kanda or karma, it will not give full bliss. Yeah, fruitive activities will not give full bliss. Therefore, one should inquire into Brahman.
Yeah.
And then after that, you told us that
they are hearing from that Tattvavit, what that means, the sadhu. So from that sadhu, they are hearing what? They are hearing karma, fruitive activities are not going to give the permanent result. Those are temporary. And Brahman is the cause for the permanent happiness. So like that they are hearing. So this much in the initial introduction only they get. So now what they have to do?
They have to then study Brahma Sutra.
Yes,
Vedānta
they have to
Sutra.
study the Brahma Sutras. That is the Chaturlakshani. Brahma Sutra is also known as, another name of Brahma Sutras is Chaturlakshani.
Chaturlakshani.
Okay. So how many types of sadhus are there?
So there are two. There is Jnana and there is Bhaktas.
Jnanis and Bhaktas. So what is the difference between their association?
I don't know if it is an issue, but the Jnani doesn't have, he comes up to the impersonal Brahman realization, whereas Bhaktas, they know about personalized form, they know about Lord Krishna, because they have studied Srimad Bhagavatam.
So see, that fruitive activity, the person who is doing fruitive activities, that's the karmi. So he is getting association of sadhu. Sadhu, Tattvavit means sadhu. So that is either Gnani or otherwise Bhakta. So what is the difference between the association of these two? So Gauri Mataji, explain. Hare Krishna Mataji. Unmute your. Yes.
Prabhuji.
ఏం భయపడాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, చెప్పండి.
తెలుగునా ప్రభుజీ?
తెలుగులో చెప్పకూడదు.
ప్రభుజీ ఓకే ఓకే. యాక్చువల్లీ ప్రభుజీ
వాళ్ళు, so two people, that means two types of sadhus I said, na, Jnanis and yes. So what is the difference between their association? So that means how the Jnanis are giving the association, and so when anyone get the association of the Jnanis, what happens? And if anyone get the association of the Bhaktas, what happens?
If they get Krishna Bhakti, they will gain a lot, Prabhuji. That means little will come from Jnana, little only will come from Jnana or Vedic knowledge. Krishna Bhakti is like 1,000 times more than.
Okay, wait. Here, so if they associate Jnanis, so Jnani, what he will recommend initially, what he will say to him, and if they associate devotees, so devotee, what he recommends to that person?
Devotee recommends to do bhakti, he gets 1,000 times
Direct bhakti. Direct bhakti
first,
means what? How?
direct bhakti means doing japa and remembering Krishna all 24 hours.
That is a target actually. Initially, he cannot say that. It is that he put that as a target. Radharani Mataji, explain it. How jnanis deal that karmi and how bhaktas deal that karmi. Chappandi. You can speak Mataji, no problem. Phone lo baane చెప్తారు కదా.
Sorry, Prabhu.
Okay, Gopijana Prabhu. మీరు చెప్పండి.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
After getting, after karmarpanam, after giving the results to the Lord, when they associate with the devotee, with the jnanis, they develop a sort of a detachment. The focus is for the detachment.
1 second, Prabhu. Here, karma is actually, so they are very much interested in the karma and doing karma and enjoying that. So to such a person, what jnani teaches?
Initially, he teaches basically like
Bhagavad Gita, first six chapters.
Yeah.
So and also, yes.
Basically, to refrain from things which make him bonded.
How? How it will happen? Ankit Prabhu, you want to say?
Prabhuji,
Shall I ask other one? Gopijana Prabhu? You want to continue? Gopijana Prabhu, you want to continue or shall I ask others?
Yeah, please ask.
So Prabhuji, if we see first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita and purpose of Srila Prabhupada, so Jnani will mainly focus on Sankhya philosophy, analytical study of the Shastras. So that is what I could understand. So if we associate with a Jnani first before a Bhakta, the focus will be more on studying the Shastra, understanding them. And then once you have the proper knowledge, the concept, then you go on to Bhakti. I might be wrong, Prabhu, but that's what I understood.
Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So we are asking, yes, that means in the whole society, almost all, everyone is fruity worker. They are working, they are doing their prescribed duties and they are so getting the results and they are enjoying. So when jnani, that means we are seeing here, atha means after what? After association of the sadhu. So that means sadhus are 2 types we said, jnani and bhakta. So if jnani is meeting the karmis, so how he will preach?
He will basically he will try to bring them to the stage of detachment, like how to become detached, like to do nishkam karma yoga. But initially they might not do it
properly. Yes,
initially they might not do it, but he's saying that start offering result of the karma, and like if they will keep doing that, they will see that the results are basically not really helping them. So they want to bring them at that stage of nishkam karma yoga, so that like slowly they become detached from, but they are not making them attached to the Lord. They're just making at the stage where they just get free from the result of the karma, and they become like come to the platform of goodness.
So that means now, see, very practical actually. So the person is very much addicted to the fruitive activities. So that's why you cannot say immediately, so there is Brahman is the absolute truth, so you have to leave everything and you should just so meditate on the Brahman. If you say like that, will it work? It will not work. So what will be said to him? You do your activities, but offer that result of that activities to the Lord. So that means it is nothing but what? Karmarpanam. And he will say why he has to offer that result of the karma to the Lord? To
become
be
detached.
detached, to get the detachment in the results of fruitive activities. So that is the goal. So that means by this kind of offering is also known as Aropa Siddha Bhakti. This is also Bhakti only. But it is what kind of Bhakti? Aropa Siddha Bhakti. So this what it will do? It will make the karmi, when he work and if he offer a result of that work to the Lord, because of this association of the Gnani, so then what is going to happen? His chitta, his antakarana is getting purified. That is being explained in the Bhagavad Gita first 6 chapters. And also he'll be associating regularly Gnani, and he'll be developing what? Brahma Jignasa. That means he is understanding from this Gnani, this fruitive activities, the results of fruitive activities are temporary, and that's why those are not really permanent. So I have to achieve the Brahman. So for that, what is needed? So he needs to purify his heart. For that, he will be offering the results of his karma to the Lord without love. Without love, just in the mood of detachment, he offers. Then what will happen? So, and also he'll be inquiring about the Brahman more and more. So that means, so by offering the results of the karma to the Lord, what will happen? His heart is purified, and he will be getting the what gnanam? Tvam gnanam. He is getting about self. I am not body, I am soul. This understanding he will get. And when he associate the Gnani, and when he read the Brahma Sutra systematically, then he will understand about the Brahman. So both keep on going. So this is the case of the Gnani. So okay, Gnani is, that means what is happening after association of the Gnani, that karmi, what he is doing, he is now offering his karma to the Lord, and also he started learning these Brahma Sutras. So when can he leave the karma? Tirumala, Govinda, Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu.
Please switch on all of you cameras.
What's the? I have the question.
You are hearing or not?
Yes, yes.
Tell me.
When he is fully switched on the knowledge about the Brahman, then
tell me the reference sloka also. When he can live, what Krishna is saying in Uddhava Gita.
Tavat karmani kurvita.
Yavan na nirvidyeta. So one has to do karma till he doesn't get the detachment in the results of the fruitive activities. So
what is the verse number, Prabhuji?
10th canto, 11th canto, 20th chapter, sloka number, tell Mataji.
9.
Huh?
9.
9. Sloka number 9. 11:29.
11:28:9.
11:20.9.
Okay.
11.20.9. Okay. So then once he get the detachment from that means fully sufficiently, if we get the detachment from the karma, then what he will be doing? He will be completely leaving that karma, and so he will be fully climbing into the path of yoga, actually. Yoga Ruruksha. He will be starting doing the Ashtanga Yoga. He will leave the karma. So this process is explained in the first 6 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. So Tirumala, Govinda Prabhu, if a devotee associate a karmi, so what he will do? Explain the procedure. You can unmute and speak.
Yeah, when the karmi is associating with the devotee, then first whatever the duty he will do that, then he offer the result to the Lord. But with the understanding of that, the Lord is the giver of everything. So he is the enjoyer.
Hmm.
So I have to offer everything to the Lord.
With
Then,
what means? He offers the results of the karma with love.
Yeah, with love.
Yeah, you should say this. Bhakti means what? Bhakta means what? He loves Krishna. With
Yes.
love he offers.
With love he will
So,
offer.
this kind of karma arpana is known as what?
Karma yogam.
Aropa siddha bhakti.
Aropa siddha bhakti.
So only this much he does?
No.
Gokulam Prabhu, explain after that. Everyone is understanding what is happening here. Gokulam Prabhu, you are not there. Gopijan Prabhu,
I'm here.
Okay. Tell me, Prabhu. Gokulam Prabhu.
Yes. So can you repeat the question regarding?
Okay, what I am saying, when a karmi get the association of the devotee, how he guides him, so and what kind of bhakti happens with him. Explain that.
So the devotee, he has to see what type of faith the practitioner has. He has the Jatra Srata.
Zero Shraddha, Karmi, I said. Karmi.
Yes, he's a karmi and he's attached to the karma Mimamsa process.
Take that case.
Yes. So the devotee won't try to discourage him from performing activities. Instead of performing activities, he won't tell him to give up the prescribed duties. He will tell him to continue. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that
means devotee met him. So first day he will say, you leave all the karma.
No.
Okay.
No, he will say, continue to do your karma, but you should, you can do karma arpanam, offer the results to Vishnu, jnana artat, to the Lord of Sacrifice. And so, but if the person develops attraction for the process of Krishna consciousness, then he can start engaging also in some of the angas of bhakti, like Shravanam, Kirtanam, because so that will help him to progress.
Devotee is doing karma and offering to the Lord, and also he is doing so since he is associating the devotees, and so he might be taking up. That means some cases they were not interested in doing this Shravanam, Kirtanam and those things.
Yes, they will reject that. So they will commit offense if you try to engage
in 1 second. In that case, we are just asking them to offer the results of the karma. So this bhakti is known as
karma arpanam. Aropa siddha bhakti.
It is Aropa siddha bhakti. So, but if the devotee has some taste in doing the sakshat bhakti, some angas of the devotion, then in that case we will be asking him to chant 2 rounds or 3 rounds or 4 rounds, like that we say. So then this kind of bhakti, what is that?
And this is I forgot the terminology from the Bhakti Sandarbha.
No, it is the Karma Mishra Bhakti.
Yeah, Karma Mishra. Yes, with the Bhagavad Gita would be Karma Mishra Bhakti. Exactly.
Yeah, it is Karma Mishra Bhakti. Yes.
Bhakti is prominent, but it's mixed with karma. It's not karma because Bhakti is prominent. But
yes. This is Karma Mishra Bhakti now. So when he can become Ananya Bhakta, Gopijan Prabhu? When can we consider him as Ananya Bhakta?
When totally he realizes that are enjoying the karma or thinking that he is offering the results, or attachment to the karma is there. So when he comes out of that attachment of the karma and does the activity only for the pleasure of the Lord, then or you can say if he develops the Shraddha, then he comes to Ananya Bhakti. I mean, or does it not for the pleasure of Krishna, for the pleasure of the Lord. Not that only the results he offers. Activity itself, he offers it for the pleasure of the Lord. Does it?
What is the difference between the person who came to the Shraddha and before to that?
He still feels that he is the owner of the activity.
If he is feeling owner of the activity, then he is not surrendered actually. Okay, that is the one symptom. Okay, we can accept that. And else?
It is Loka Parampara Shraddha, Prabhu.
No. So he is associating sadhus, na? So he is associating sadhus and he is regularly hearing the Brahma Jignasa. That means he is reading the Brahma Sutras, the commentary on Brahma Sutras. That is nothing but Bhagavatam. So he is reading regularly Brahma Sutras. That means what is happening now? That devotee, that means because of association,
he understands that he understands that he is a servant of the Lord. So
yes, he started understanding he is a servant of the Lord, because he is, so after associating the devotee, he has to offer the results of the karma to the Lord with love. So that is going to purify. That what he is going to do, that what will do is, if anyone offer the karma with love, the result of the karma with love to the Lord, what it will do? Tirumala, what it will do?
That person will come to this. Tell me, Mataji.
Attraction towards hearing. He develops the attachment towards hearing.
So what is the sloka?
Same shloka, Prabhu. Tavat karmani kurvetam.
No.
Karma sanishta.
No. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaje ahaitiki apradhyata eyatma suprasidati. So by offering the results of the karma with love to the Lord, what will happen? Bhakti will come. Bhakti means, so taste for hearing the Krishna Kada will come. This is happening through the offering the results of the karma to the Lord. But since he is reading the Brahma Sutras, so here in the case of devotee, Brahma Sutras means
Srimad Bhagavatam.
Commentary on the commentary on the Brahma Sutras, that is nothing but Srimad Bhagavatam. So otherwise, Baldev Vidyabhushan's commentary, because it is a Vaishnava commentary. So you can see those are all so in the devotional aspects only. So that's why the Gnani's interpretation of Brahma Sutras are different from the Vaishnava's interpretation of the Brahma Sutras. So anyway, now we have to come to Gnani Bhakta's case. So he is hearing the Bhagavatam. By hearing Bhagavatam, what is going to happen? So that means he is offering his results of karma to the Lord, and that is anyway it is increasing the love taste to hear the Krishna Katha. So and he is regularly associating devotees. So then what is, and hearing the Bhagavatam, that means Brahma Sutras. Here you should take Brahma Jignasa. Brahma Jignasa means so understanding the Brahman, inquiring about Brahman. That is nothing but so studying this Brahma Sutras. That is nothing but Bhagavatam. You should take like that. Okay. So then by understanding by studying the Bhagavatam, what happens?
Hridayandastohi apatrani. So regularly by taking that regular association and hearing this Bhagavatam, so his heart is getting purified.
That's okay.
Whatever that attachment. Yes, bro.
I want even more specific answer with reference. Who will tell? Kiran Mataji, you want to say?
Prabhuji, I was just going to say that the karma will be destroyed. I don't know the reference.
Karma will be destroyed. Okay, that is going to happen. But main thing I want. To go to next stage, we want something. Ramchandra Prabhu.
He gets like he gets complete surrender, 100% Shraddha by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam again and again. He gets complete Shraddha and then he'll move from there.
Yes, what is that reference? satam prasangat mama virya samvido. So bhavanti utkarna rasayanaha tadjoshana dashu apavargavartmani shraddha aratir bhaktir anukramishati. Tirumala, note it. So by regular hearing the Bhagavatam, what will happen? In the association of the devotees, Shraddha will increase. So when he will become Ananya Bhakta, his Shraddha is keep on increasing. That means he is doing his duties for the pleasure of the Lord. And also he is regularly hearing the Krishna Katha and doing the some, so chanting and hearing. So this is whole thing is nothing but what? Karma Mishra Bhakti only, still it is. When he will be considered as Ananya Bhakta?
When he does uninterrupted the service.
Huh?
When he does this devotional service or hearing the Krishna Katha uninterruptedly.
Uninterruptedly. That means when he gets such a conviction in bhakti. What a conviction? When he get the 100% Shraddha. When he get the 100% Shraddha, then what will happen? Shraddha means here Adav Shraddha. That means still he is now in the Adav stage only. So whenever his Shraddha comes to the complete, then that is Purna Shraddha, that is the surrender in Saranapatti. Then he will be, what is his consciousness? So whatever I am doing karma, and he will not identify himself as a karmi now. And or otherwise with that designation. So externally he may designate, but internal consciousness is I am servant of the Lord. And this karma is not my protector. But it is out of sake of setting example of society I might be doing. But always he is trying to remember Krishna. Sharanapatti means, so full surrenderance means always tries to remember and always tries to hear, or otherwise also always try to sing or chant Krishna's names. Even if he works in the field, he is always, because he is realizing this field, working in field is not my job actually, remembering Krishna, but just for the sake of setting exam. He can leave karma also. He can leave karma or not. When he get the full surrenderance, 100% Shraddha, he can leave karma or not. Tell me.
Yes,
He can
Prabhuji, he can leave
easily, Prabhuji.
karma. But to set an example, he is performing karma, always remembering Krishna.
He can leave karma. Then what is the sloka?
(1129).
Read out.
तावत् कर्माणि कुर्विता न निर्वेदेत यावता मत कथा श्रवणादौ वा श्रद्धा यावन्न न जायते.
मत कथा श्रवणादौ
वा श्रद्धा यावन्न jayate.
Shraddha yavanna. Va Shraddha yavanna. That means what? If till that time he can do karma, so either he should get detachment in the case of Jnanis. So he'll be getting the detachment and he can leave karma. And the case of the devotees, so he will be getting the Shraddha in Krishna Katha, in Krishna, in Bhakti. If you get full Shraddha in Bhakti, then he is eligible to leave karma. In the case of the devotee, there is no need of the full detachment. Only Shraddha is enough. Yes? Why there is no need of full purification of the heart? Only Shraddha. That means Krishna is Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vaja. That means Krishna is only everything for me. This kind of belief if he get, even his heart is not so purified, he can do. He can leave the karma. Why? In the case of the Gnani, it is not recommended, but in the case of the devotee, it is allowed. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Why?
In case of devotee, we need to change our attachment from material thing to spiritual thing. Like we need to do attachment to Krishna. Like at Prabhupada say that we just need to change our we are right now attached to material activity, but that attachment we need to do it for our heart should be like soft, so that we can get attached. But in Jnani case, because of detachment, their heart become very hard, and they will not attach to anything. So how they can attach to Krishna in loving the devotional service?
No. What I am asking, in the case of the Jnanis, when they can leave the karma?
When they get complete detachment.
Okay. In the case of the bhaktas, when they can leave the karma?
When they get complete shraddha, they can leave karma, even though there are anarthas in the heart.
Yeah. Only the shraddha is qualification in the case of the devotees to leave the karma. And in the case of the Jnanis, full detachment is needed. Shraddha, of course, it is needed because they have to read the Brahma Sutras and understand Brahman fully. So by that, Shraddha will increase in their case also. Jnani's case also. But apart from that Shraddha, they need also what? Also they need
100% purification.
Detachment. Purification of the heart they need. Then only they can leave karma. In the case of the bhaktas, there is no need to get this such a detachment. Why?
By regular hearing, his heart will eventually get purified.
Shraddha, after that what? Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya and Anartha Nivrutti. So that means that devotee, even he got now full surrenderance. That means Krishna, you are everything. And I am believing in that fully. And that's why I want to every minute dedicate for you only. So that is the meaning of surrenderance. It's not that sometime I will work and I will earn money and also I will Krishna, so I will be chanting your name. This is not the full Shraddha. This you should not say. That full Shraddha means full Shraddha. Milk means what? Pure milk. Yes or no? Water means what? Pure water. Bhakti means pure bhakti. So that's a bhakti or pure bhakti are synonyms. So if you say, if you ask in the market you went and you want tomato, so tomato means tomato only, na? Or 4 tomatoes and 2 aloo, will you take like that? So aloo means aloo only, na? You will be expecting. If you say aloo, what you are expecting from that shopkeeper? Only aloo, na? It's not some few tomatoes in that. So similarly, bhakti means purely bhakti only. So that means he is fully all the time, 24 hours he is doing the what? Sakshat bhakti, sadhana bhakti. Sadhana bhakti is pure. It's not karma mishra. Sadhana. That means offering the karma, results of the karma, that is also bhakti. That is not considered as sadhana. Offering the results of the karma can be considered as a sadhana. Sadhana bhakti?
No.
Rupa Goswami already rejected. If you see Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, sadhana bhakti means what? So did he mention there karma arpanam is also sadhana bhakti? With love you are offering karma to the Lord only. Did he accept that as a sadhana bhakti? No. Sadhana bhakti means 64 limbs of the devotional service. That is direct devotion. You are understanding? So that means Ananya Bhakta, whenever he gets the full Shraddha, then he will be doing all the time either of these 64, either of any one of these 64, all the time. Externally, he might be doing the karma, but that karma he is doing only for setting example, like in the case of the kings. So the Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Bharata Maharaj. But all the time in the consciousness, they might be thinking or they might be chanting or hearing whatever. Like Prabhupada says, I'm doing 24 hours chanting. So this will happen. This is the condition actually to be called as Ananya Bhakta. At least that means he's endeavoring. And in his heart, because of some contamination, still another nivritti didn't happen. Maybe sometimes he may get the material desires, but he will be repenting for that. But he is always endeavoring to remember Krishna all the time. Or remember or chant or whatever. Okay? This is the Ananya Bhakti. from there, that kind of Shraddha, whenever one develops, then he is eligible to leave the karma. But he may continue karma also. So in that case, whenever his consciousness is complete all the time remembering Krishna, and he is doing some material, some karma, that means according to his varna and ashram, he is doing the karma. So then what is happening? That karma is anavrutam. Jnana karma dhyanavrutam. So that means bhakti here, bhakti, that means he's chanting, he's remembering. So that remembering activity is not covered by this karma. Jnana karma dhyanavrutam. Continually. So saksha, sadhana should happen continually. Sadhana means 64 limbs. Okay. Otherwise, you cannot call him as a sadhaka. That means before Shraddha, he is not really a ananya bhakta. He is not a really a sadhaka. He is just trying to become a sadhaka. Tirumala, you are understanding? Tirumala is there or not? Okay. So this concept should be clear for everyone. Then only you'll understand Brahma Sutras. Because Athato Brahma Jignasa is conveying this much. Athato Brahma Jignasa is, Brahma Jignasa means studying the Bhagavatam. Tirumala, where did you go?
Internet problem.
Internet problem. So, any doubt in this till now? For anyone? Sudarshan wrote everything?
Yes, I am right.
You should hear back this lecture, and next Saturday I will ask you. You have to explain everything. Okay? I will ask you everything and you have to explain. So what happened? What is the meaning of Athato Brahma Jignasa? And what is this? Whatever I explained till now, you make completely and write up. Everyone write this whole story, whatever I said, and send me that. You will carry the marks for this. This is the assignment.
Prabhuji, this recorded is available, na Prabhuji? We can rehear and then.
You can record is available, na? You can hear and write, no problem. Yes.
We will do it, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, can you repeat the verse number 11.29 was it? After reaching this stage.
11.20.8.
What, Prabhu?
11.20.8.
No, the verse that a bhakt can leave karma after reaching a certain.
11th canto, 20th chapter, 8th sloka.
Okay. 8 or 9, Prabhuji?
9, na? 8.
Last 9. Time we said
9.
29.
There next only. Tavat karmani kurvita. Ninth sloka, 9th. Okay. Now, this is then after that we also started one may say that why I have to study Vedanta Sutras, because Karmi say that, hey, already I read all the Vedas. Karmi means I am doing the that means in general in the traditional system, Karmis means Brahmanas, Vaishyas, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas, they are going to the Gurukul and learning the Vedas. Yes. So then they say that we already know the Vedas, and knowing Vedas means knowing the meaning of the Vedas also. So then why we have to study Brahma Sutras? they are raising the objection. Why they have to read Brahma Sutras now? This Vedavas Brahma Sutras. This is the objection raised. Then what is the answer? Tell Mataji.
If there, Prabhuji, you mentioned that asambhavana and there may be so many doubts. To clarify the doubts, one must read Vedanta Sutras.
So they might be knowing, that means very roughly about the Brahman in the Vedas. So because of this, that means incomplete understanding of the Brahman. So that is not, that means still they will be having some doubts about the Brahman. So because of that, they cannot fix their faith in Brahman. If there are doubts, no faith. There is a lacking in the faith. When all asambhavana viparita bhavanas are finished, then only so full proper faith will be established. Proper faith will come. So that's why what we are saying, hey, you read already Vedas in Gurukul and you know some meaning of the Vedas, so something about the Brahman, but what? That knowing will be causing to have the doubts in your mind. What kind of doubts? Asambhavanat viparita bhavanas. That means, so some doubts are rejecting Brahman, not rejecting. That means because of that asambhavana, they are not able to accept Brahman. And viparita bhavanas means they are accepting other than Brahman as the supreme. So this kind of doubts has to be clear. This kind of doubts has to be, everyone write it actually, write it and focus. And so then what? So what is the then remedy? That's why Brahma Jignasa, they has to learn. Brahma Jignasa means inquiring about Brahman. That is happening in that inquiring will be happening in where? In this whole book, Vedanta Sutras. Or so explaining about the Brahman systematically, very systematically. So by this, what will happen? Their asambhara, that means in the association of the, if the Jnanis association, if they get in the association of the Jnanis, they will be studying the Brahma Sutras. And if they get Bhaktas association, they will be reading the commentaries on the Vedanta Sutras, that is Bhagavatam and also Acharya's commentaries, Prabhupada commentary, that's the purpose. They will be reading this. Studying, reading means studying under the, so that sadhu. He will be known as now Shravana Guru or the Siksha Guru. So then by this, what is happening? So his doubts about the absolute truth, that is Brahman or Krishna. In the case of Jnanis, Brahman. In the case of devotees, Krishna. So that will be clear. All the doubts will be clear. Then by that time, he will be keep on doing his karma, because he didn't develop full faith, so he has to do his karma and offer that karma to the pleasure of the Lord. Results of that karma to the pleasure of the Lord. So when he become fully convinced, full faith he developed, full faith, not the half faith, then he is considered as Ananya Bhakta, pure devotee. That means purely he is so doing the devotion only, is a pure devotee. And even if he does the karma, so like how he was doing the karma and offering the results of that karma or that karma to the Lord. So, but that is only to set example, and that is not covering this bhakti. So that's why that is anavrutam. Okay. So that means Purva Pakshi's objection is rejected, because that kind of student is not having the full understanding of the Brahman. So that's why so he has to read the Brahma Sutras. He has to study the Brahma Sutras. This is okay. Kiran Mataji, you are speaking.
I'm sorry, Prabhuji.
So next, what next? Tametam vedanuvachanena brahmana vividishanti yajnena da ashrama karmani chittasodakataya gnanangani bhavanti. Tametam vedanuvachanena brahmana vividishanti yajnena danena tamasa tapasa. So you can see your Vasu's file. I will explain in a simple manner. So what is the point here? Yes, Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yeah, just one very quick thing, Prabhu. So, so can we conclude this like by this like it is discouraging reading Vedas?
So that means without studying Brahma Sutras, that means about the Brahman in the Vedas, different places it is explained in the form of Vishnu and in the, so Brahman is nothing but Vishnu. So those are not that means that kind of study will not really so sufficient actually to get firm faith in the Brahman. So that's why Vedavyas compiled these sutras to explain, that means this about the Brahman in detail, in a very systematic way. So by this, what is happening? All doubts towards the Brahman, existence of the Brahman or the absolute Krishna, those will be finished. So that's why Brahma Sutra book, this Vedanta Sutra book, this Vyasdev's compilation is very important. Prabhupada also wanted this to be so translated and preached, because it is establishing various features of the Krishna or Brahman in a systematic way. Okay. So that is the reason.
Bhagavad Sandarbha is in more or less like Vedanta Sutra, right? The Bhagavad Sandarbha where you basically mentioned Krishna like Brahman and Bhagavan.
No. So see, on these Vedanta Sutras, commentary is Srimad Bhagavatam. Vedavyas himself wrote after that. And to understand that Bhagavatam, Sandarbhas are helping. It is a commentary on the commentary. So Vedanta Sutras, commentary on Vedanta Sutras is Bhagavatam, and so commentary on Bhagavatam is the Sandarbhas. So that's why these three, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, that's why he says, he wanted a college in Mayapur. So he was asking his son in the final, so as a final order, you have to start a college where Bhagavatam, Vedanta Sutras and Sandarbhas, three should be taught. These three are very connected actually. Very systematical presentation is Vedanta Sutras. To understand Vedanta Sutras, we need Bhagavatam. So to understand Bhagavatam, we need Sandarbhas. Then that study is complete. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur said to Bhakti Siddhanta also, to have a college, school, some institute, educational institute on this. These has to be taught very systematically in the lines of Srimad Sri Gaudi Sampradaya. Okay, in these 4 adhyayas, we will be having the 4 different things. In the first adhyaya, we are seeing what? So now what we read, what we understood, this Vedanta Sutras are establishing Brahman systematically. By studying Vedanta Sutras, one will get the firm faith in Brahman. So here I say Brahman means you should understand Krishna only. Okay. So by studying first adhyaya, what he will understand? Tell me, Gokulan Prabhu. First adhyaya is telling about what?
Well, first adhyaya is telling about inquiry into Brahman.
No. First adhyaya is telling about what? There are 4 adhyayas. That's why
Yes.
Vedānta Sutras are also known as Chaturlakshani. What is first Lakshana?
I thought it's refuting Karma Mimamsa, the first Adhyaya, and then. So.
That's first Adhikarana.
Okay. Yeah, that I'm confused.
First Adhyaya, what it is doing? Gopijana Krishna Prabhu. Because we have to sing actually. That's why yesterday's class I felt very much unconnected actually. Today I want to connect with all of you. I want to see your faces, and I also I need to check your understanding and everything. I want everyone's camera always on. No, yes. Even for a moment you should not off. Whole 1.5 hours you should put on your cameras.
Prabhu, the translation of the first Adhyaya is the Book of Reconciliation in the Vasu edition. And so what does it mean?
First Adhyaya, what it is doing? So, Sarvesham. So, Vedanam Brahmani Samanvaya. All Vedas, the summary of all the Vedas is Brahman.
Including in Brahman.
Paravedaha. This is established. What do we study in the first canto, second chapter? Vasudeva Paravedaha. That means the conclusion of all the Vedas is Krishna or Brahman. This is the first Adhyaya if you read. That is very important, na? First of all, we might be thinking that there are so many Shastras and so many things are discussed, and maybe so those things are, maybe someone studied Ayurveda and he might be thinking health is the most important for the life, and health. And good health is only the absolute goal of the life. He might be thinking. So someone is thinking the Rajaniti, so he is thinking that diplomacy, Rajaniti is only the highest Vidya, and that has to be so promoted, he might be thinking. So that's why, first of all, what we should be established, the summary of all the Vedas is, all Vedas means any allied subjects to the Vedas, all the scriptures. The summary of all the scriptures is Brahman. This is done by the first chapter. In first chapter, how many padas are there? 4 padas are there, and several adhikaranas are there. What second Adhyaya is doing?
There is no conflict between the Vedanta and the other Shastras.
Dvitiye Sarva Shastra Virodaha. Avirodaha. So that means no scripture is going away, going out from the Brahman. Even Ayurveda Shastra is describing the health. So ultimately, what is the purpose of that health? To know and realize Vasudeva. There is no contradiction with any scripture, with any knowledge, any material knowledge. Vedas means it is covering all the material knowledge also. And everything, the purpose of everything is so to understand Krishna. So that's why there is no conflict between all other scriptures and Brahman. So what third Adhyaya is teaching? Tirumala? Go. Yes, Ankit Prabhu, tell.
Means of attaining the Brahman.
The means of attaining Brahman. That means it is going to explain the Ananya Bhakti. Pure devotional service. Bhakti. That means where are various means are there. Jnana is there, yoga is there, dana, tapa, vrata, swadhyaya, so and so. But all those means are not really so perfect actually. Only bhakti is only the perfect one. Even Bhagavatam also you see this only, and even in the Sandarbhas also you see this only, even in the Vedanta Sutras also you see this only, but the approach, the systematic approach will be the different. In Sandarbhas it is some different style, and here we will be seeing some different style. So that what will happen when we study that means same thing from this Vedanta Sutras, you might be having so many doubts. You might be thinking that I have faith on the Krishna, but actually That's not full faith actually. That's maybe 40, 50, 60%. Because we have faith on other things also. We have faith on money also. We have faith on position also. We have faith on our community, society. So such a faith, so to develop, still so many things has to be answered. So many questions and doubts. So for that, so what we need the understanding about the sadhanas. What sadhana to reach that Brahman? We saw Brahman is the conclusion of all the scriptures now. So how to reach that? Then we need to know sadhanas. Then in the 4th adhyaya, what we are going to learn?
The result of attaining Brahman.
So the result. Why we need result? Anyway, if you follow the sadhana, you'll get result. Then why we need to discuss about the result? Because without seeing the result, no one will work. Result is needed or not? Result has to be explained what I will get from this. So that is also result also will be discussed actually. That is Preeti. So now we'll come to our sutra explanation. Here, all this, that means Karmi is associating the sadhu and he is doing the various, that means karmas and offering to the Lord. Those are all what? Chitta sodakani. What is said here? Chitta sodaka. So that means they are purifying the heart. So karma arpana is purifying the heart, then that's why it is known as is the anga of the jnana. Karma is the anga of the jnana. Jnana angani. Okay. So that is also said in the different Puranas. Actually, you see, what he is doing in the case of the Jnanis association, that means if someone meets the Jnani sadhu, then he will be offering his karma to the Lord. And also he will be practicing some Jnana sadhanas. What are those Jnana sadhanas? Give some examples for the Jnana sadhanas.
Dhamma, Dhamma, Tapa.
Shama, Dhamma, that means controlling mind, controlling senses, doing that means tapas, austerity, and swadhyaya, reading the Vedas. And what else? Giving the charity. These are all the different sadhanas. That means along with the karmarpanam, he will be doing the various other sadhanas. Tirumala is sleeping. So that's why it is known as karma mishra. But it's not bhakti. Anyway, but if devotee is doing the karmarpanam and also if he is practicing some jnana sadhanas and he is doing the sakshat bhakti also, then he is known as karma jnana mishra bhakta. Why he will do like that? If he got purely devotee association, he will be doing the karmarpanam for the pleasure of the Lord. But whenever he get some kind of Jnanis association also, previously, if let us take in his life, previously Jnani also came and after that Bhakta came. Then he will be having some inclination to the Jnana also, doing some tapasya. Eating only one time for the years. So that means the tendencies of doing the austerity is known as Jnana sadhana. Then it is Karma Jnana Mishra Bhakti. That means he is offering the results of the karma with love to the Lord and also is doing some austerities. And he is practicing the Sakshat Bhakti also. That means the Shravanam Kirtan, that means doing the 16 rounds and so and so. Then it is known as Karma Jnana Mishra Bhakti. When his full faith comes on the Bhakti itself, like 64 limbs, and he does this 24 hours, either of these, and then it is known as Ananya Bhakti. Understanding, Tirumala? So here, that is the point is said here. Along with the karma, since karma is offered to the Lord, result of the karma, it is known as, it become now Jnana sadhana. If it is not offered to the Lord, then karma simply is a separate from the gnana. But when karma's result is offered to the Lord, then it is becoming the gnana sadhana. But karma arpana, if it done with the love to the Lord, then it is becoming the anga to the bhakti. It is becoming the anga to the bhakti, that is known as arop siddha bhakti. That means you are producing food grains for the pleasure of the Lord. I am farmer and I am producing food grains to the pleasure of the Lord. So then it is, so then that karma arpana is becoming the bhakti anga. When karma arpana is done for the detachment, then it is becoming the anga for the gnana. Yes. So that is the point is said there. So tattvavit prasangah kalu gnana hetuhu. So that's why the sadhu's association is bringing the gnana. Gnana means knowledge. Either the Brahma Gnanam or otherwise Bhagavad Gnanam. Bhagavad Gnanam is also known as Bhakti. You should understand this. So that's why Tattvavit associating the devotees, sadhus, will brought this. What? Knowledge. For example, so some rishis associating Sanat Kumaras. So from that, so we are seeing that association is causing, yes, to inquire into the Brahman more and more. That's what it is said in the Gita also. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasthena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha. So that means this karmi keep on associating. He should not leave his association if he wants to really come out from that bondage of the karma. He has to, so associate, keep on. So sadhus. So how he should associate? Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So how he can know about the truth? Pranipatena, that means he always offer the obeisances to the Guru. And pariprashnena, he should ask the questions. And seva, and he should serve. Then upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninaha tattva darshinaha. They will be explaining. So that's why these sadhus, the sadhu association he got, and he's keep on now understanding about the Brahman. So this is known as, so it is going to increase faith. And this is known, those sadhus are now is Shravana Guru or Siksha Guru. Those sadhus, if he keep on hearing from anyone, then he is known as Shravana Guru. And apart from that hearing, so he also takes the guidance. If he just hears about the Lord, about the Brahman, about the Krishna, like example in my case, it's like a Shravana Guru. You are doing only hearing. But if you want to discuss about your life and your problems and what is the solution from the Shastra, then how to come out. So what Shastra is prescribing for me. So if you get that kind of Siksha also, then it is known as Siksha Guru. And that Siksha Guru is also helping you to do, so already in the case of Bhakta, to do some kind of bhajan also. At least do the 2 hours of chanting in a day. 16 rounds you do. Then this is known as, that Siksha Guru is also acting as a Bhajana Guru also, or otherwise Diksha Guru. Okay, this is also explained. So okay, this is the point. So tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Okay. What is Purvapakshi's point? Anyone remember what Purvapakshi is saying with us? The major objection raised by the Purvapakshi. Who will tell?
The result of karma is unending.
What they are saying, the result of the karma is unending. That means it is staying forever. So this is the Purva Pakshi. What the reference they give?
Rig Veda.
Tell me, Prabhu. The mantra you can tell.
Yes. Apama se.
Apama somam amruta abhuma akshayam havai chaturmasyajina. That means what it is saying. So by doing the chaturmasya dharmas, that means some karma. By doing the karma, one will be getting the what kind of akshayam. That means never perishable. So such a result one is getting by the karma itself. Such a sentences he put as a reference or proof the Purva Pakshi. But now we have to defeat those. Yes or no? Otherwise, Purva Pakshi will not happy whatever till now you did. What about my point? What I said, you tell me. So then that's why we are giving now references for saying that karma is, the result of karma is temporary. So what are those? Tad yatheha karmachito loka kshiyate evameva mutra punyachito loka kshiyate. This is from Chandogya Upanishad. What is the translation? Can anyone read from your Vasu's book? You have to follow book also and also hear whatever I am saying and also write. Full focused.
And as here on earth, whatever has been acquired by exertion perishes. So perishes whatever is acquired for the next world.
Yeah. Tell me, Mataji, fully. Once again, can you repeat?
And as here on earth, whatever has been acquired by exertion perishes. So perishes whatever is acquired for the next world by sacrifices and other good actions performed on earth. Those who depart from hence without having.
You are studying Chandogya Upanishad Shrutis.
Yes, Prabhuji.
That's much
yes,
you should not. What... One second. So, and as here on earth, whatever has been acquired by exertion perishes. So, perishes whatever is acquired for the next world by sacrifices and other good actions performed on earth. So, karma chitaha means in this material world. So, that means this material world means in this earth actually. This earth is also known as karma bhumi. This earth is karma bhumi, you know. Earth in the entire earth is not karma bhumi. In the entire earth, so which part is karma bhumi? Tirumala?
Bharatavarsha.
Huh? Tirumala?
Bharatavarsha.
Huh?
Bharatavarsha.
Bharatavarsha. Not Bharatavarsha. So in Bharatavarsha. So Bharatavarsha actually in the Jambu Dvipa 9 Varshas are there. In that Bharatavarsha is the karma bhumi. All other Varshas also not karma bhumi. They are also enjoyment. Varnashram system is not there. You forget about the other Dvipas. Other Dvipas are all Bhauma Sarka actually. They are only enjoyment. So that's why whoever is taking birth in this Bharatavarsha, so they are all karmis. They are now gathering. So punya to enjoy next. But what Shastra is saying, Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad, anyone do. So karma in here, so that is having the results which are perishable. That is a Chandogya Upanishad's message. What else? Brahmaivatu Gnanaika Gamyam Parikshalokan Karmachitan Brahmano Nirveda Mayan Nyasakruta Krutena Tad Vignanartam Sa Gurumeva Abhigachet Samitpani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam Iti Mundaka Shrutehe. What Mundaka Shruti is saying? So we are rejecting Purvapakshi's ideas. Hey, see, here Upanishads, what they are saying, your understanding is wrong. Your understanding is wrong. You are thinking that results of karma is ultimate. So read the translation. Who will read?
Shall I, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu, please.
Those who depart from hence without having discovered the self, and those true desires.
Prabhu, next paragraph you should study. Parikshalokan karmachitan. Brahmano nirved.
Okay. Let the Brahmanas, after he has examined all those worlds,
These
which
words,
are gained by works.
These world means wherever he now. That means this earth planet. Yes, Prabhu.
Which are gained by works, acquire freedom from all desires. Nothing that is eternal or not made can be gained by what is not eternal.
Yeah.
Let him, in order to understand this, take fuel in his hand and approach a guru who is learned and dwells entirely in Brahman.
Yeah. What Upanishad is saying, let a Brahmana, after he has examined all these worlds which are gained by works, that means he is a karmi. So in the Brahmanical society, that means Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Vaisyas, all, they will be doing the karma and they are seeing the results of the karma are ending, perishing. So that's why what he said, let a Brahmana, after he has examined all these worlds which are gained by works, that means staying in this earth planet, staying in, that means in the Swarga, all these are all so perish. That means these works, examine, let him examine, acquire freedom from all desires. That means I should do work and go to the Swarga. So such a desires he should leave. You should leave. Next, nothing that is eternal can be gained by what is not eternal. So that means if you want to attain eternal, that cannot be attained by which is not eternal, where karma is not eternal, and you cannot get the Brahman which is eternal by the karma. What Purvapakshi is saying? Purvapakshi is saying that by doing karma, one will get the eternal result. Yes or no? Now, Siddhanti, what he is saying, your understanding is wrong. So, Mundaka Upanishad is saying, your understanding is wrong, Babu. So which is not eternal, which is eternal, that cannot be attained by which is not eternal. What is eternal? Brahman is eternal, and that cannot be attained by the which is not eternal, that is karma. So that's why your understanding of karma is wrong. We defeated or not? Purvapakshi. Next, then what he has to do further? So he has to finally become qualified and approach Guru. Take fuel in his hand and approach a Guru. That means Tadvitti Pranipatina Paripasyan. Fuel in hand means to Guru Dakshana, Seva, service. And approach Guru who is learned and dwells entirely in Brahman. That means he start associating Guru. Then he will explain. So if you first of all come out from the attachment from the karma, if it is needed, then he will explain that yes, karma has to be. So for that, he will be asking him to offer the results of the karma and stay for some time and also study the Brahman Vedānta Sutras gradually. So you leave that and fully. So now come to the understanding of Brahman fully, and with full detachment. So now you will practice the Ashtanga Yoga and then meditate on the Brahman and achieve. Like that, he will say. Okay, next what? Akshayananta Sukam cha Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma Anando Brahmeti Vejanat iti Taittiriya Upanishad also saying. So what we said, we defeated Purvapakshi. Purvapakshi's point is karma is going to give the permanent result. That is defeated by the Mundaka Upanishad statement. But you have to also establish your point. What is that point? Brahman is the permanent result. You should get Brahman. That also you should establish or not. Only defeating Purvapakshi is not sufficient. You should put what is then that eternal thing. The result of karma is not eternal, you established. But you should establish the positive thing also. So then that's why you have to come out another reference from the Taittiriya. What is it saying, Taittiriya? Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma. Brahman is Anantam, is eternal. So see how very tightly, that means this explanation, this Samshaya, Vishaya, Samshaya, Purvapakshi, Siddhanta Pakshi, and Nirnaya. It is very tight explanation actually, very logical. Every factor is maintained. So now Brahman is established by Taittiriya Upanishad. Anando Brahmeti Vejanat. This is also from the Taittiriya Upanishad. You all know the meanings. You can see. The Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma means what? Brahman is eternal. Satyam Gnanam means is full of knowledge, and Ananta means is infinite, permanent. And also Anando Brahma. Brahman is full of bliss. So these are the statements which are establishing about the Brahman, which is also needed. And also Nitya Gnanadi Gunakam cha Parasya Shaktir Vividaiva Shruyate Swabhaviki Gnana Balakriya cha Sarvasya Sharanam Sruhut Bhavagrahyam Anidhakyam Ityadi Svetashvatara. Even Svetashvatara Upanishad also is saying not only just Brahman, and also so that absolute truth is Brahman and also Krishna also. So that's why, so we have to establish both, not that just Brahman is only the thing. Then what about Krishna? So that's why to establish Krishna as Brahman, we are giving the references. What are those? Parasya Shaktir Vividaiva Shruyate. That means Supreme Lord, he is having the infinite energies, unlimited energies, many energies. Swabhaviki, those are all natural to him. They are all natural to him. Okay. Sarvasya Sharanam Suhrut. That means everyone should take shelter in him. That's Krishna. Bhavagrahyam. That means he sees the bhava of the devotees. Or otherwise you can achieve him through the bhava, that means devotion. So these are the different, what we did till now, you should understand. Purvapakshi's point is defeated by the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Then after that we established Brahman using Taittiriya. And after that we also established Krishna through the Chandogya. Sorry, through the Svetashvatara Upanishad. Next, I will take another 10 minutes. Tirumala, where are you? No one should off camera actually. Prabhu. Okay, yes, Prabhu, Ankit Prabhu.
So for the objection, do we have the verse from the Rig Veda? The
Yeah,
reference?
objection supporting point is Rig Veda.
But do we have the exact verse? Like I cannot find here in the handbook.
So here you for their point we are giving what? So we are giving the Mundaka Upanishad statement, na?
No, Prabhu. The shloka apama something. Where can I find that shlok?
Acha. That is there in the Vasu's book. Is there or not?
I can't find. What page number?
Page 5. Page 5.
Page 5. Oh.
The Purva Paksha. Apama Soma. That one, no? Amrita.
Page number 5.
Yeah, I got it. Yes. Rig Veda 8:48.3.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah. So to establish Krishna, so natasya karyam karanam, this sloka sarvendriya gunabhasu sarvendriya vivarjitam sarvasya prabhum ishanam sarvasya sharanam suhrut. This and also bhavagrahya manidhyakyam bhavakaram shivam kala sargakaram devam ye vidus. So these three are establishing Krishna, Vishnu, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Satyam Gnana Anantam Brahma is establishing Brahman. Here that's why Atatu Brahma Jignasa means, so not just only the Brahman, Krishna also, Krishna Jignasa. Atatu Krishna Jignasa. Okay, clear? Next. What next is said? Tam petastam ye tu yajanti dhirastesham sukham shashvitam netaresham. So there is one more reference from the Gopala Tapani Upanishad. What it is saying? So that Krishna is not out of Maya. If he is out of Maya, then he cannot be cause for the full bliss. So, but here from the Gopala Tapani Upanishad, what we are seeing? The wise who worship the Lord seated on the throne, that is in the Vaikunta, have the joy eternal and not others. So that means Supreme Personality of Godhead is in his Adhisthana, that means he is sitting in his throne in the Vaikunta and he is having the full bliss. So that's why you should approach him to get the full bliss. Okay. Once again, we are seeing, we defeated Purvapakshi statement by using the Upanishads. Now we are going to defeat his opinion. That means the result of the karma is eternal. His point. That is his point. Now we are defeating that using the Bhagavatam also. So what Bhagavatam is saying? 348. Can anyone read the translation? 348. Third canto, 4th chapter, 8th sloka. Gauri Mataji, read that translation.
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. Gopijan Krishna Prabhu.
The Lord was sitting, taking rest against a young banyan tree, with his right lotus feet on his left thigh, and although he had left all household comforts, he looked
348.
3-4. Bala. Can I pray?
Same, na? That is same sloka?
Yes.
Yes,
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 Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. बढ़िया प्रभु जी. मैं confused हो गया लगा. Yes, Prabhu, please.
Shall I start from the beginning?
Yes, Prabhu.
The Lord was sitting, taking rest against a young banyan tree, with his right lotus foot on his left thigh, and although he had left all household comforts, he looked quite cheerful
Quite?
In that posture.
Yes.
348 only, na Prabhuji?
Yes.
Where is quote that in the text? In the Vasu, I don't see in Vasu, the Bhagavatam, in this section after the Gopala Upanishad.
I didn't find any reference here, Prabhu, from Bhagavatam.
Is in the Mula?
Actually, see, this sloka, it is from the Mula, Prabhu. Maybe Vasu he didn't give. So in the Mula you can see. Lord, that means Krishna is how he is, that means the banyan tree, under the banyan tree, taking rest with his right lotus foot on his left thigh. And although he had left all household comforts, he looked quite cheerful in that posture. That means he left all the karma, but still he is fully happy. So that means the karma is heta. That means it is not so, it's not cause for the happiness, even without karma. So one is happy. So that is the point. Here karma is rejected, household activities. Okay. You can take this also. Next. Sangam sasirashkam cha vedam aditya tadarthana patato anapatato adhigamya tattvavit prasangena nitya nitya vivekatah anitya vitrishno nitya vishesha avagataye chaturlakshna pravartate. So that's why. Then what? Under that, under the association of the sadhus, so he is reading all the 6 Sangas, Upanishads, Vedas, and he'll be understanding what is permanent and what is not permanent, Nitya, Anitya. And after that, Anitya Vitrishnaha, he is living the temporary things, and he will be fully focusing in studying the Vedanta Sutras. Okay, this is just a summary actually. So finally what? So that also in the association of the sadhus, so he will be studying the Vedanta Sutras. Okay, I will keep here. I took much time actually, but next onwards, then once this one sutra is very clear. So first sutra, how Purva Pakshi these functions, then remaining things will become very easy. And also basic structure is now it's sitting in your brain. So now next sutras will becoming useful, easy actually. Anyway, we'll do 3 months or 4 months.
Prabhuji, maybe if you can make one your own notebook, then we will have a proper sequence. Otherwise, we are not able to. I am not able to catch between the text and when you are saying.
Yes, Prabhu. This is really. I want someone should volunteer and whatever I am teaching. So if they make notes properly, so it will be very useful for the next batch.
Yeah, I'll definitely join next batch.
Bro,
to have that notes.
So here if you have any doubts, so if you Vasu book is okay. So how I explained, if you remember that, and if you go through the Vasu book, you can get the thing whatever I explained. But only thing
Vasu
is,
book? What is that Vasu book, Prabhuji? You are saying?
Huh?
Which book which you are saying?
So you read na Prabhu that now English translation.
I read it from the net, internet.
Actually, you read from internet.
3.4.8.
Not this one, but before you read na.
Okay.
That book I am saying.
But it is not in the same sequence as what you are.
It is same, Prabhu. Whatever, but I am just explaining that. That means this line is defeating Purvapakshi, and this line is establishing Brahman, and this is establishing Krishna. That I am just adding actually, because so that is expected by the author actually, Baldev Devotion. So student has to easily understand why I am writing this line, to defeat whom. So that I am explaining, that's all. Otherwise, basic translation, everything is there. And also I explain a lot in this, just to make you make all of you the fundamental point very clear, so that my journey will become easy with all of you. So that's why if you make, that means whatever I taught till now on first sutra, so what is Vishaya, Samshaya and Purvapaksha, and after that sutra, Siddhanta Paksha. So Siddhanta Paksha is nothing but sutra, and what is the meaning of sutra, and each term you explain. Then after that so how we started defeating the Purvapakshi's idea, that's the karma is permanent. So then also how we are establishing Brahman and Krishna, and finally we are concluding. So that means if one in association of the sadhus, so he will be fully studying the Vedanta Sutras. You should come to this. There is a need to give at least 3-4 readings, book, and also whatever I said, and here. Once if it sits in a right position, in a right way in your consciousness, then it will come. Because it's like generally to understand Vedanta Sutras, so student is expected to study all the Vyakaranam and also Nyaya and Darshanas, so many other things. But at least to give something at least. So that's why we are something endeavoring. Okay, I hope it's clear. Any question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
About Bharata Varsha Prabhu, it's Bharata Varsha means it's not whole world, it's whole world, no Prabhuji.
Bharata Varsha is not only just our whole world. Our place is Bharata Khanda actually. Our whole, whatever we were seeing is our 7 continents. It's a Bharata Khanda. This Bharata Khanda is there in Bharata Varsha. Bharata Khanda is different and Bharata Varsha is different. Bharata Khanda is a part in the Bharata Varsha. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, if all of you okay, then I will end here today's class.
Usually we speak about Brahman as source of knowledge, but Bhagavan as source of bliss. And
Brahman
now we discuss
Brahman is also bliss, Prabhu. Vijnanam Anando, Vigna Anando. What do we read from the Upanishad? Taittiriya Upanishad. Anando Brahmeti Vejanat. Brahman is also Ananda. If you get the Brahman realization also, you'll get bliss. But that is insignificant in front of the bliss of the Bhagavan. Realizing the Bhagavan. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So for kind and patient hearing. So Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyasya patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari.